but the defense there to deter him.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket no matter who was off.
And so it's a close game.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know. To be honest, I was just looking for a chance to get my shot off. And I just happened to find them over and over in that first half. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but until then, I'm just going to keep attacking.
You simply can't get enough of you. Thanks for joining us. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the... And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Jimmy Butler is out there with Freak, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Paul against Hamilton. Paul kicks to Griffin. Redick for 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bulls trail by 3. Noah with a screen on Paul. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Can't make good off the screen.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Paul dishes to Redick. All sorts of time. Rebound by Butler.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Mirotic, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Bulls lead by 1. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Redick is in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. Redick's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Over to the left wing. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Free throw no good for Butler.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Butler. He's got 16 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Here's Hamilton. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Paul kicks to Jordan. Jordan the screen. Here's the pass to Paul. Feeds to Griffin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Freak number 1, fourth Blake Griffin.
These two guys are really enjoying themselves right now. It's been a scoring spree for both.
Bulls have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Nice shot by Hamilton. Hamilton's got 44.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for DeAndre Jordan. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 17 rebounds, and over 3.5 blocks. And on both ends of the floor, he's a guy they look for to take up space inside.
Yes, he does. Rebounds, blocks, shots, all the dirty work, so other guys can look pretty.
And that one's good. Mirotic has got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Redick setting the pick for Paul. Kicks to Redick. And stolen by Hamilton. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Paul dishes to Griffin. Jordan the screen. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Great defense that time from Noah.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Shoots from 12, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Griffin.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
The drive by Paul, and it's been a tough game for him offensively. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And the shot is good. Hamilton's got 50 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Noah with the block.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've got in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Runner in the lane. Noah with the block. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Mirotic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
And stolen by Hamilton. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc And boy, are they taking advantage.
Ball passes to Griffin. Jordan with a screen on Mirotic. Pierce against Mirotic. Just 5 to shoot. To halt the run. No good off the front iron.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Clippers trail by 14. Paul outside. Tries it from 19. Griffin's shot is off.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Some changes for Chicago. Chicago also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Tony Snell comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Hamilton subbed in for Derrick Rose. And Freak throws it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And Bayless kicks to lead. Pass to Jordan. The feed now to Bayless. Rebound by the Bulls. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Hamilton hits both of them. Here is Bayless. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and stolen by Hamilton. In transition, here come the Bulls. Watson's shot is off.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Griffin dishes to Crawford. Back to Griffin. Jordan the screen. 6 on the shot clock, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Hamilton. The shot no good. Great D that time from Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got it, the fast break chance. And that is good. 12 points for Crawford.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Bayless. Here's Jordan, and he dunks it down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
The Bulls leading by 8. Here's Hamilton. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Bayless, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Bayless.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Clippers trail by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to Crawford. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. Goes up on the wing, and it's good. Crawford's got 6 points in the quarter.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Here's Hamilton. No good on the buzzer beater. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Bulls lead by 5. From the United